Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. At least we see a little bit of action, and yeah, the market is coming back into our support area, which is good to see because that might allow for another potential entry point for anybody who wants to do it. Essentially it's your decision. I can really only share the setups, the Elliott wave setups, and we obviously can identify a potential 5-wave move to the upside between the 23rd of January low and the 30th of January high. It's a 5-wave pattern to the upside, and this could be a 3-wave move to the downside, okay? So that's still something that's absolutely one of the likely options here. Basically, all it would need to do is to move below the A wave low for a complete C wave. Yeah, then it would be a so-called zigzag pattern that's unfolding here. A, B, C in wave 2. I shared with you in my first video today about Solana that it's possible that a more direct bullish breakout count is in play here. But then the market would have needed to turn around basically, yeah, well, it would need to turn around now before breaking below this swing low. It's just something, it's just a count I shared with you so that we're not surprised in case there is a more direct breakout to the upside. But they are basically both part of the same scenario, which suggests further upside due to the initial 5-wave move to the upside. Whenever we can identify 5 waves to the upside, for example, in this case, then it's likely that a 3-wave pullback follows, and this could be the jump off point then for the next 5-wave move to the upside. So orange is just a potential I'm watching, but so far there is absolutely no evidence that a low has formed here. Ideally, we would go a little lower. I've got that target area still on the chart here. Remember, we've got the larger support zone highlighted in yellow. This is for all of wave 2 as just a support zone, standard Fibonacci support. If we just take a wave 2 correction as it is, typically you would expect a reaction at one of these Fib levels: $94.88, $91.57, $88.37, or $84. But then I also shared with you already days ago a more specific target area. How do we calculate that? Well, this one is in white. It's starting at $89.67. Then we have $86.88 as next support. This is based on the length of the A wave, and then we can compare that with the length of the C wave. And oftentimes the C wave has the same length as wave A, and that points towards 89.67. So again, it's not super reliable, but it is still one of the more reliable targets to watch in a correction. So it can technically use the entire yellow box, and the areas highlighted here in white, the Fib levels are just additional levels, that are worth watching, levels of interest. So please be aware that the market could still come down lower in this C wave of wave 2 before then bottoming out and possibly breaking higher. Shared with you this inverse head and shoulders pattern that's still unfolding possibly, yeah. And there is still a requirement to confirm the breakout and to confirm the bullish scenario by breaking above $107, getting a sustained break. That is the neckline of this inverse head and shoulders pattern. And please also be aware that there is this descending trend line, and it might be that the market is just coming down to retest it from above before it then goes higher. All of that possible. We can speculate how this correction will unfold exactly, but the main takeaway is that as long as we don't see a break below support and the main support level remains at $84, it's always the 78.6 retracement of the initial 5-wave move. The focus is on higher, right? And I focus on higher, and it's an interesting setup. And the next target to the upside, my first target, is the $125 level, or 126. It is the December high. But please be aware that the first level to watch is already at $117. This is the swing high from the 2nd of January. So in the primary scenario, the market could come down a little lower, but would then find support in our support range, and then break higher, would in the course of a 3rd wave or C wave, both possible, break above that $107 level and move to $125, $126. If it can break higher than that towards the $140 range, it is likely a third wave, because it's possible that this is just an A, B, C, or it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the third wave, if it is a third, should go above 125, more towards 140, $150. Yeah, I think just want to make you aware, you know, all micro counts still relevant, still in play here. The orange count obviously gets less likely the lower we go, but this is really just, let's say, a nano potential in this wave count. Both scenarios point towards higher prices as long as the $84 level is holding. That also means technically we have to give it the entire space, right? It's just that if it turns around from here, then this would be a 1-2 setup. Targets would be slightly different. Yeah, that's my update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.